I'm Gretchen Rubin, and this is The Happiness Project. The pigeon of discontent for this week is my commute. Now, happiness researchers often mention the commute as a source of unhappiness in everyday life. It turns out that a bad commute really drags down your mood, and it's also something that you don't adapt to. There's some things that are bad in our lives that we just get used to and they stop bothering us, but a bad commute is something that is going to drag you down every single day. So what do you do about a commute? Well, I had a friend who told me that she was about ready to quit her job because she thought she hated her job, but finally she realized what she really hated was her commute, her morning commute and her evening commute. She works in Washington, D.C. And the thing that transformed her life, she says, was audiobooks. And by listening to an audiobook, she turned that time, which had been a source of inconvenience and irritation, into something that was really a pleasure. And she said sometimes she would like stay in her car for a little bit of extra time so she could listen to a little bit of an extra story. And now I have never listened to audiobooks in my whole life, but because my children were really into them, I discovered the tremendous pleasure from audiobooks. Listening to something like Cherry Jones read Laura Ingalls Wilder books, or of course Jim Dale reading the Harry Potter books, is an amazing experience. So if you have a love for children's literature, I really highly recommend those. But you can do adult books too. A friend of mine has listened to all of Trollope, and that's a lot, during her commute. Some people don't like novels. My father, who does a lot of driving, gets these things called the Great Courses from the teaching company, where it's famous professors giving lectures. And so here he lent me his Age of Henry VIII, which I want to listen to. So using audiobooks is a way to transform that time into something where you're really getting something out of it. But another pigeon of discontent that's related to the commute, so I'll just throw this in, is several people mentioned that one of their pigeons of discontent was people failing to use their turn signals. So the resolutions for these pigeons of discontent is 1, try listening to audiobooks, and 2, use your turn signal.